you chose to listen to me, whether you're listening to me on your iPhone, your Android, your tablet, your laptop, your desktop, whichever mode you're listening to me from, I just want to thank you for joining me on this beautiful and wonderful, marvelous Sunday evening here in Houston, Texas. We had rain all weekend. I think starting Friday. Friday, the rain was really bad. I started going to work. I had to turn around and come back because the rain really over my eyebrows looking kind of funny over here. Sorry, guys. But anyway, the rain really was a lot. So I had to turn around and come back home. But we had a lot of rain. And for those of you who are following me on Facebook, you saw I went out walking yesterday, did 2.5 miles in all that rain. The rain fell so hard at one point that Lucky, who is my dog, Lucky, he started looking at me like, well, what's going on here? This is a lot of rain. So I grabbed him, put him underneath my raincoat and turned around and started walking back because it was so bad. So here it is. I'm walking with this dog under my raincoat and he's just like, oh my God. He was shaking a little bit because I think he was a little bit terrified. But I got my walk in and that's something I normally probably wouldn't do because it would like it raining because I come from Trinidad and when rain falling, rain stops everything except party. Trinidadians, if it rain too hard, they call the boss, I'm not coming to work today because the rain falling, right? So almost everything that we do in Trinidad and rain falling, you find an excuse not to do it except to fete or for carnival or have a good time. You know, even like a soccer match, we call it fete match, where you go and it's music, party, having a good time. Even that and all, they still find a way to do that even in the rain. Right. So yesterday rained a lot, and then last night I hosted a band luncheon, Houston Caribbean Festival band luncheon, which was really awesome. We had a fabulous time. So many magnificent costumes. You know, all of those band leaders and costume designers did an awesome job. Because if you know anything about Trinidad or Carnival in general, it's all about the feathers and the magnificence and the sequence and you know it just really grand. And when I was growing up, you actually had people bending wire in Trinidad. They still do that in some places where they actually bend the wire to create an image or a design, and then they put sequins and different fabrics, and Carnival is just really an amazing time. So if you've never been to Trinidad and Tobago Carnival, hopefully after the pandemic has eased, Trinidad would be able to open back up and have their mass and carnival season again. But it's the greatest parade and costume and show in the whole entire world. For me, I am biased. I think it's even better than Rio de Janeiro because you get all these different types of costumes, revelers, and Trinidad is really amazing carnival time, but I'm biased. All right. So today's show, I am going to depend on my producer to let me know what it is when he's ready to bring on our first guest. And it's 5:05 right now, but you're listening to touchradio.nyc, and this is Hannah with Keeping It Fresh with Hannah. All right, I'm here on Sunday evenings at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I broadcast to the world. Anywhere in the world where you have Wi-Fi, you can find me at that dial or that on that particular station, www.touchradio.nyc. And Touch Radio is a place where we touch the world. And how did we even begin to touch the world? That didn't happen just by happenstance. It actually happened in somebody's mind, somebody's imagination. Somebody had a stirring that they wanted to have this particular platform that people like me, people like you, people like all of our different guests who have joined us in the past and those who are going to join us in the future, that person had a vision of what this looked like. And, we always talk about, imagination and your thoughts and going with it. And sometimes things doesn't always happen the way you want it, but the goal is to persevere and not give up. And I am going to be speaking with no one but Dwayne Raye, CEO, owner of Touch Radio.nyc. And because of him, I have a platform that I can speak to you today, that you could be on here. So, Dwayne, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, thank you. I know it's been a long time since I've been on your show, but hello to all the listeners all over the world.
Thank you. I think between Dwayne and I, we have a synergy. So it's like I would say, Dwayne, I want to do such and such. Oh my God! And he would just run and go, and it's like we kind of feed off of each other to some extent, right? So Dwayne, tell our listeners who are you and where did this vision for this radio station came from?
Well, I believe my name is Dwayne Ray, and when I had this vision, this was like in the early '90s that I thought of having a radio station because I was a DJ and I wanted to be able to play music and have people watch me online. This is before
Right.
Facebook and any other social media. I had this vision. And I went to one of my friends who I really thought that he knew a lot about computers. And I asked him, I said, hey, how do you do this? And he said, I don't know how to do this. So I waited a few years and then I started learning the industry and I saw how Facebook was going live. And I said, wait a minute. I said, I want to do more than just a radio station now. I want to do a radio slash TV because people like to watch. So that's how that idea and that process started. And I just been blessed to get the vision every single day I wake up. I got new ideas and this is what it is.
Yeah. So I want to go into something that is may not necessarily a lot of people are afraid. These are the things that make people fearful of trying or even going. So what was the struggle like for you to get the radio station up? Because now people see this platform, now they're like, oh my God, you all have all these listeners all over the world. That blows their mind when you say all over the world, because that is your push to be a global radio station. So we are in every continent in the universe, on the earth, on the earth. You're in every continent. We have thousands and thousands and thousands of listeners. What was the struggle like? Because it didn't happen overnight. Tell us about the struggle.
Well, I can tell you the struggle was my own family and friends because nobody saw this vision. They heard what I said, but they didn't see it. Because if you
Right,
look at all the radio stations, you will see that they have a particular genre. We don't do that.
right,
I'm the type of guy I grew up in the Caribbean and we love all different types of music. So
right.
right there, my mind wasn't gonna close that box and lock me into one genre. I wanted to serve the world with music. That's the reason why you see the motto for Touch Radio is the music that touches the world because we bring in
Right.
all the genres under one roof. So going back to your question about the struggles, I had a lot of people who doubted the vision because they couldn't see, having all these different genres under one roof. So what we did was we started recruiting DJs from every single continent, and it was amazing. We spent endless nights, endless sleeping nights that we were talking to different DJs all over the world, and the language barrier was a little difficult. So that's why it took us so long. But it was very interesting because we all had the same goal. It's just different type of music. So if you look
Right.
at our station, you will see that we have DJs from from Asia. We have DJs from Spain. We have DJ, of course, from United States. We have the Caribbean. We have Colombian. We have
Ukraine.
all over the world. When I say all over the world, we have DJs all over the world.
Right. 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 So, what were the joys? Because okay, we talked about the pain. People not having that faith and belief in your vision. So, what were the joys that you found as you went along the way?
Well, I can tell you this: working with all these different type of DJs and radio personalities, it actually opened up our mind on how we go about business. And I think that is
Mhm.
something that everybody should learn because, like I said, when you close your mind to your way of doing things or the way how you traditionally do things, you close your mind out, and it
Right.
just opened up our minds of doing different things like traveling the world. That's the next step of Touch Radio is
Right.
traveling the
Right.
world and going to each country and do
Right.
events and do shows because that's what we're going to be doing.
Hmm.
We're going to be showcasing all of our DJs.
Right. Oh
So
my
that's
God,
going
I
to be
can't wait.
wonderful.
I can't wait. Oh my God. I can't wait for the country to open up, like really open up. I can't wait for borders to open up
Yep.
because, I'm not going to be, I can't wait for October because I'm going to be in New York for October. I can't wait for October. It's going to be such a blast,
Yeah, we could
just
touch a
being
little bit.
able.
We could touch a little bit about October because I'm excited
I
about
can talk a little
October.
bit October. Okay, okay, okay. So, guys, in October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And one of our sponsors and partners at Touch Radio is Breast Strikes. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm
Making
getting it because
making
I'm new to this,
strides
okay?
making strides for breast cancer against breast cancer.
Making Strides for Breast Cancer, and they're one of our sponsors. And they're having a big event, a big walk in October in New York City. And we are going to be like the main stage of everything. And Hannah's going to be there doing her thing. I can't wait. And we have such big visions for this radio station. I'm saying we because I am part of the station now, right? And I do have an official capacity, which I don't think we really ever talked about that on air. And I do have an official capacity on the radio station, part of the executive leadership, and we have big plans. And I think as much as I have big plans or we have big plans, I don't even know what's in his mind because his mind is like on a different wavelength, guys. So tell me, where do you get your inspiration from, the Dwayne?
Let me tell you something. Um, I really don't know. All I do, I get a thought in my head. I go to sleep, and somebody's talking to me. I can't sleep at all. I'm not taking credit for it. Somebody talks to
Right.
me when I'm sleeping, and they gave me all these ideas. Everybody that work with me, one thing they can say about me: this guy is crazy. Because if you give me just a little information, I'm gonna make something big out of it. How we
Right.
started
Right.
our partnership with making strides against breast cancer. One day I was at home and I said, I want to give back to a charity. I called up a few people and I said, what is the best charity that we can do work with? And no one had the idea. We threw some stuff out there and I went and slept on it, and cancer came up. And I said, all right, let me do my research. Let me find out who can I contact about breast cancer. And what I did was I found someone. Her name is Jocelyn, and she was in
Mhm.
charge of making strides against breast cancer for Brooklyn. And I gave her a call, and we started to talk. And it's funny because she said that the day before she was thinking that she needs to reach out to someone so we can get the word out about her organization. And I said, wow, look at that. I said, I was just trying to find out information the day before, and we got together. And of course,
Right.
last year with the pandemic, they were unable to do a walk in person walk. So what we did
Right.
was we did a virtual walk. So now we were
Mm-hmm.
planning last year. We were planning how we going to do this because no one ever done anything like this before. Our lives has
Right.
changed because of the pandemic. So what we did was we came up with an idea on how to have individual groups do their walk. They'll send us their pictures. We'll
Mm-hmm.
stream live, and for the entertainment part of it, we'll invite a couple of artists, and we're gonna have four of our DJs from Touch Radio from representing from all over the world.
Right.
Now that event, I'm really proud of that event because we never tried anything like that before, and it was very successful. We had
Mm-hmm.
over 17,000 people viewed the event, and like I said, with minimum advertisement, minimum
Right.
funds to get everything together, and we pulled it off. So this year
Awesome.
now, we're moving into the in person. And of course, with Touch Radio, I'm telling you, the vision always comes out, come to me. So one of the things that we're gonna do is we're gonna have a survival song. We're gonna have various artists from different genres of music, and it's gonna be all the proceeds is gonna go towards making strides
Awesome.
against breast cancer. That's one of the things that I
Awesome.
can talk about. There's other things that's boiling and going through,
I
but I
know.
can't talk about it right now. But that's one thing that I
I get
can
it.
definitely talk about. And I really think that's going to be really awesome because while we're doing this walk, we're going to be having touch entertainment. We didn't talk about touch entertainment.
Yes.
We keep talking about touch radio, but it's really
Yes.
touch
That's
entertainment. The umbrella uh, company is Touch Radio, Touch TV, which I ain't even talk about yet, and also Touch Mags. So we're a
Ooh.
multicultural, multi media company, and we're just starting. So
Right.
you guys better look
Right.
forward because the ideas are flowing, and I have an
Mm-hmm.
awesome team. Before I even talk and don't shout out or even give credit to our Austin team, which is Kim, Ivan, Kevin, Hannah, Zenas, and myself. Now these are the
Awesome.
masterminds of Touch Entertainment.
Awesome. Awesome. Yay. Congratulations, guys. Oh, like a big shout out and thing on Touch Radio. I love it, so it's growing. And this is something that a radio station that it's a movement, and it's going to be a model for other radio stations because now, at once upon a time, I thought radio was actually going out of style. People listen to the radio, but they're listening to serious radio, but not really listening to radio. But now with the internet, radio is exploding. Every time you turn around, somebody's starting a radio station. So, for somebody who wants to start your own radio station today, what advice do you have to give?
Don't listen to anyone. It sounds weird, but don't listen to anyone because people don't see. Like I said, they don't see your vision. I'll give you an example. Someone told me last week, that I should just master one thing at a time. And I listen because that's what you do. You listen, you analyze it, you break it down, and then you make your decision. Here go my answer to that. Now, when you start something, it takes probably about 6 months to a year to master, right? So
Yes.
let's say you have four things to master, and it takes 1 year. That's 4 years that you're going to
Right.
take for all your business to master. Now, if you start all
Mm-hmm.
four today, in a year time, you have your four things going.
Right.
So that's why
Right.
sometimes you listen to what people are saying, but you analyze it and say, wait a minute, no, that's not what I want to do. Because I think ahead. I don't think
Right.
right now. For instance, we have a
Mm-hmm.
couple of shows, brand new shows on Touch Radio and Touch TV. We have in the spotlight. Now that's a work in progress. Now, in my mind,
Mm-hmm.
in 6 months from now, that show is going to be as good as Keeping It Fresh with Hannah. We have, which the guys are going to be coming up next on the show. They're going to explain what that show is about, and that's fans talking sports. Now, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, we start that now. 6 months from
Right.
now, they should be ready to
Right.
go. So sometimes
But
you can't
actually, when you
listen.
think,
Hmm.
but actually, when you think about it, the learning curve is shorter because once you because with the tweaks that we're working out with my radio, so you have all that learning already, and that's a bulk of learning that you now use that learning for the next one and the next one. So you it's
Yes.
actually a shorter learning curve.
Yes, it is. And that's the reason why I said that sometimes you can't really listen to people because you do that, your timeline for getting all of your things together is longer than actually what you really want it to be
Right.
because you don't want to wait
Right.
4 years to have four shows running. You want
Right.
all your shows
Right.
running in the next 6 months to a year.
Of course, definitely. And it just works because it's not like it's a new system you have to learn. It's the same system really, and it's just a matter of making those tweaks to make that particular genre or program fit for the audience and for what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Oh my God. I'm so excited. I'm so happy that I know you. Because when I was looking for a new home, the same way you receive information, I received it was like call Dwayne, call Gloria, and it was like, yeah, I forgot you have a radio station. Yes, yes. So it just was a perfect fit. And I think that we are a good fit for each other,
Yes.
because I'm willing to learn, you're willing to learn, and we're willing, and when we get our ideas is merged together, and then we have a synergy that pushes forward, and we're
Definitely.
both not afraid to work.
Definitely, because I will tell you this show right now is live. This is live action. And
Hmm.
I'm producing the show and being a guest at the same time. You're being a host
Right.
and you're also creating the show at the same time. People
Hmm.
don't know all of the different titles that we hold and what we're
Right.
doing. They just see the end product and they think, wow, okay,
Right.
this is easy to do. No, it's not. It's
Hmm.
very difficult. You're going to fail more times than you're going to succeed. But
I
are you willing
know.
to do
And I'm
that?
also assistant. I'm also assistant, creative, finding folks, talking to folks, trying to figure out, is it a good fit for us? Is it not? So then organizing everybody's time. It's
Yeah.
a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. People don't understand it. They you asked me before what I will tell a owner if they want to create a radio station. Get ready to work because it's a lot of work. This is not easy, it's not simple. Right now,
Hmm.
I basically do almost every position in this company. And everyone else that I name, they do the same thing. They do every single department. We go into every department and we just work very hard. We believe in it. We see the vision and we're not giving up. Touch Radio is going to
Right.
touch entertainment. I keep saying Touch Radio because Touch Radio was the first company out of Touch Entertainment. But Touch
Right.
Entertainment will be here for a long time. We started in
Yes.
2014. We lost one of our soldiers last year in July. He was actually the person who actually started this with me because one
Hmm.
day I would like to touch on that story because that story is like real close to me.
Right.
I remember when he came into my office and he said, we need to do something. We need to open something. We need to do a bus ride. We need to do events. And I said, well, I want to do an online radio station, but I don't know how to do it. So he said, hey, I just hooked up my uncle station. I was like, yeah. He got his laptop and he showed me his uncle's radio station. I said, "Wow, that's what I want." So I said, "What do I need to start this?" He said, "Just give me $100 and I'll get everything set up." I said, $100? I said, "No way. There's no way." He said, "Trust me, give me $100 and I will set this up." Now, this kid is so smart, was smart. Rest in peace. This kid, it's not $100 to start a radio station. Let me not fool anyone. But this kid was
Right.
so smart and so talented that it only cost me $100 just to start this radio station. Because this kid was so amazing. He was very talented. And that's the reason why Touch Entertainment is where it is today, is because of him. Because this kid, he know how to, I wouldn't want to use the word hack because that sounds so
You know
bad.
how to maneuver. You know how to maneuver.
This kid was amazing. Any problems that I have, I'll call him up and say, "Hey, I need help on in this. How do I get this?" The first thing he said,
Right.
"Dwayne, man, you crazy. You always want to do these crazy things." But he will figure it out and get it done. I had the app and I
Right.
had the website, and I'm telling you, $100. This kid was that talented. It wasn't the best when I first started out because when I look at it back then to now, it's just took off to a different level because I brought in people
Yes.
who are very creative, who see that knows how to design stuff. When I mean design, he will be the IT guy, creating all the different things. But visually, I brought in different people, and I just put everything together, and it looks amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm
Yes.
really really impressed of what came out of it. But
Oh
that's
my
how we
God, that's
started
super
Touch Entertainment.
awesome. I'm so really happy because I remember those days when you used to DJ. So I used to share your lives. I used to enjoy that. I used to share them. I was like, okay, because you could play. Okay, I
Well, I don't
Dwayne
know.
could play.
These young people today is a different type of music and a different style. I'm more like the old school. I'm the old guy now in the party.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But even with that, we need to give home. We need to pay homage to tradition as well too,
definitely. And
because
that is one of the things that I
what-
was doing when I was actually DJing on the station. I was paying homage to all the great artists. If it's disco, I can tell you this. I'll tell you my favorite genres is I have a bunch. So I don't even say I have a favorite. I just love music. Disco, soca, reggae, calypso, dance, that's my kind of music. I really enjoy that music up to today. I really love it. But paying respect to people, like I'm gonna call out some names now. I'm gonna drop some names now, like
okay,
the
what
mighty,
drop.
like the mighty Sparrow, Baron, Scrunter, Shadow. Those are my kind of guys. So when I
Kitchener,
was
don't
in music,
forget the
yes, I can't
Kitchener.
forget Kitchener. I can't forget Kitchener. So it was I had I ain't even gonna get to that conversation, but soca music goes back to even the 1800s. And I told somebody that, and they told me, "Get out of here. You don't know what you're talking about." I pulled it up for them and showed them because I'm a soca junkie. And I showed them, I say, "Hey, look at this. This is the road march song for 19 blah, blah, blah." And they were amazed. It was like, wow, I can't believe that. Yeah, soca
Yep.
music
Yeah.
is from the 1800s. So that tells you
Yeah.
how much we.
It's a lot because I talked about that today and I was talking about how Carnival started, and that's a show that I want to do, right? Talking about the history of Carnival, how where it started in Trinidad, because it started differently in different islands, right? But in
Yeah.
Trinidad, I can speak to that, how it started and how it progressed throughout the years. And that is something that I believe that the Trinidad and Tobago Association of Houston, we're going to take that on and bring that education because so many people they partake in carnival not understanding the historical context, and it's not all about the scanty costumes, the wine and the grind and the gyrating. This
Yeah.
is history and culture,
Yeah.
right, of
Definitely.
slaves,
Hmm.
right, that we take now, we just think it's a festival to free up and to drink and be
Yes.
lewd and all. I'm not done crying because trust me, I play mass from the time I was 5 until I was 16 or 18, right? So
Yeah.
but if you understand the culture, it brings on a different feeling when you partake in this celebration and understand where it comes from. So truly, our history tells us what we're doing, and if you don't agree
Definitely.
with it, you know.
Definitely. So that's why I said I'm the old guy in the party now because if I come to your party, that's all I'm playing. So don't hire me at all. I'm retired. Leave me
Oh
alone,
my
whore.
God, Dwayne, we gotta get some 2020. We need
No,
to
no,
get
no, no,
some
no, 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 no,
backyard.
no, no,
Oh
no,
my
no.
God, come
I
on.
no, but since you talked about the carnival, that's something that Touch Radio also has been involved with. We dealt with a couple of uh, carnivals. Of course, New York City. We dealt with
New
that
Jersey
back
too, if I'm
in
not mistaken, back
2010.
in the day.
Yes, we did. Actually, Atlantic City, and we also did Montreal.
Mm.
But the future, that's when we now starting. The future now, I'm telling you, if everything's opens up, the vision that we have here at Touch Entertainment is gonna be really exciting if Touch Entertainment is involved in another carnival. You guys are gonna see
Oh,
with the making strides for breast cancer. You guys are gonna see how that event gonna turn out, and you guys gonna
right,
see where we're going with it. We just have a
right.
total view on how things should look.
Awesome. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Dwayne. I really appreciate your time, your attention, everything that you've done. This is a really good interview. So people can
Definitely.
understand the background behind, excuse me, Touch Radio NYC. So when I get up here and I start to talk about we touch the world, you understand why and where the
Mhm.
mastermind of this all came from. And it's important to know the original stuff, you know. So thank you so much.
All right.
I
Thank you.
appreciate you
Thank you
coming
to all
on.
the listeners. You guys, thank you for your support. We really appreciate it. Until next time, I'll see you guys. Take care.
All right, so I'm going to do a quick announcement for, and I have it, making strides. I should have done this before, but I did not. I apologize. But that was Dwayne. That was a really great interview, just understanding where Touch Radio started. And in 7 short years, 2014 is when he started. In 7 short years, look at where Touch Radio is now. So you can do it. You know, I always talk about your mindset and being able to make a change and move forward in the future. It's about tapping into your higher self because, as he says, he goes to sleep. So he has conversations at night that he's not aware of. His body and his mind is sleeping, but his spirit is having conversations with his higher self or God, whomever you would like to call it. And they're downloading information. Each and every one of us get downloads at night. But it's up to you to decide whether you're going to free your mind from the negativity that seeks to take advantage of your true self and really embrace and accept the download, because many of us get download, but guess what, we negate it by asking family and friends what they think. Family and friends is not going to give you the answers that you're looking for. So you negate it by asking your family friends, and they would say, that ain't gonna work now. So then you believe them and you take the idea or the download that was given to you for you, you take it, you abandon it, and then somebody else takes it up and then run with it. And then all of a sudden you're like, I didn't have that idea, you know, but you didn't act on it because you had fear. Fear stopped you from acting on the download or the answer or the your uniqueness in that moment in time from going or acting on it. And you know what? It's okay. Don't be judgmental of yourself if you have lost the opportunity for one particular opportunity or one particular idea. You can always get another one. It's a matter of removing all of the doubt and all of the negativity that seek to hold you down. All right. So is our next guest, are they ready? I think they may be ready. Dwayne, I'm trying to find the flyer for breast cancer awareness. Oh no, I don't have a flyer. Actually, we have an ad. That is what it is. I'm sorry. Oh, hi, Kevin. Hi, Ivan. How y'all doing?
Good, good. How's everything, Hannah?
I am doing great. Ivan, you still in Aruba?
No, I actually got back last week. I couldn't. I wish I could stay a lot longer. I still have my tan. It's been
Oh.
only a week. I still got my tan.
Right. So Kevin and Ivan, tell us. Let's start with Kevin. So tell us a little bit about who Kevin is and why is it so important for me to interview you today. But don't get too much deep into it because Ivan need to give me his piece. His piece too. I'm not hearing Kevin. Wait, hold up. I'm not hearing Kevin. Is it me?
You hear me though, Hannah, right?
Yes, I hear you now. I could hear Ivan. Wait, let me talk Kevin. Let me see.
I can't hear.
No, I'm not hearing Kevin. But I can hear Ivan.
I see him, but I can't hear him.
Yeah. All right, Ivan. So while we're getting Kevin going, let's go with you, Ivan. Introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your new venture.
Sure. Hello, everybody. My name is Ivan Tello. A little bit about me. Well, I'm a very outgoing, wanderlust kind of guy. I love to travel all over the world, gain new experiences, make new friendships, see the world for what it really is. Everybody living their 7 to 3 jobs. Everybody's working hard, trying to find out who they really are. But I'm that kind of guy who works as hard as well, just as everybody does. I love to travel a lot, as I have mentioned. I just went to Aruba. I've been to about 30 countries in my life. Currently, also in graduate school, finishing my master's in sports management. So, I'm a pretty busy guy. I find time to do the things that I like to do as well, besides work and school. But yeah, I had a conversation with Kevin the other day, actually about a week ago, and we wanted to come up with this idea to build on Touch Radio, to put in new shows. As everybody knows, we also are part of Touch Radio as well. And we want to bring this show called Talking Sports. This show is something where everybody can chip in. Everybody can chip in about sports around the world. Kevin and I love to talk about sports in general. We always have arguments. I wouldn't say arguments, but we talk back and forth. He has his favorite team. I have my favorite teams. And we just came into this. We should just come up with the show where we can just go back and forth against each other. Because I can't have a co-host where they agree with me all the time. It's just gonna be like, hey, yeah, I like the Yankees. You love the Yankees too. Oh, great. That would be so boring. Want for that? Find a co-host where they can debate with you. We can go back and forth. And we can bring in the crowd as well. We can have a full-on conversation discussion about it. So this is one of the reasons why I'm here today. And I appreciate you bringing us in, Hannah. I really appreciate it. My first time on your show is an honor.
I'm excited. Oh my God. What you like is the banter and the little bacchanal that you all have going back and forth about who team is the best team, right? The little bantering back and forth. So I think people would enjoy it. Because, of course, fans are going to choose their side and who they want, Yeah, Kevin, right? Yeah, Ivan, don't know what he's talking about. And then it's Team Ivan and Team Kevin. Oh, my God.
Right here, Hannah.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. Who brought this guy on here? Who approved him to come on here with that T-shirt? Come on, man. Who's the producer? You need to do better than that. Security.
You see,
So, Kevin, I think you're on.
I hate to jump in, but we can hear you now, Kevin. But I hate to jump in, but that's the reason why this show was really created. Is because of that T-shirt right there.
Yeah, come on. Get rid of that T-shirt. You ain't no good.
So go ahead, Kevin. Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Kevin.
So my name is Kevin, and I grew up born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. I currently live in New Jersey. So I'm a healthcare worker. That's one. I got multiple hats. So that's my talent. So like Dwayne said, behind the scenes, I'm VP of finance. I do multiple things, not just only finance now. But talking about the show, yeah, this is an opportunity where we wanted to come together and just trash talk, just have a normal conversation. Everybody is free with their own opinions, and it's very authentic. Like it came so naturally. Every day we argue. Every day me and Ivan argue about the team. He love his Knicks. I give it to him. I give credit. Hey, that's your team. I'm a Lakers fan. I like the
Right.
Golden State Warriors too. But that's where the argument comes in, though. That's where the argument, because he's a born and raised Knicks fan, and we go head to head. Even with Dwayne, Dwayne has his opinion, and he's strong with his opinion. So,
I can see that. That's the way he's sitting over there. He's strong with it. So let me
exactly.
ask you a question. Has the Knicks won a game? Has they won a championship yet? Since in the
Hannah,
UN days,
I wasn't.
UN days, they've been
They won a
trying to
championship.
win
Ivan, Ivan, had they won a
They
championship?
won a
Ivan,
championship.
they
when?
won a championship. When?
They haven't won a
19,
championship. I was last time
19.
I won a championship was back in '73. I was not even
Uh,
born.
Woo!
Woo, woo. Oh my God, you just hurt my heart.
so now this is where Ivan and myself we go at it, and I'm gonna try to join in sometimes on this show. Ivan like his favorite sports teams: the Knicks, the Mets, the Jets.
Yeah,
Those three teams are the worst teams in New York City.
Well, the Jets was really good when Curtis Mattis used to be in there. Is it Curtis Mattis is his name?
Yes,
But that
Martin,
was years and years
Curtis
and years
Martin.
and years
That
and years ago.
was in the late '90s, if I'm not mistaken.
The
That was the
90s,
late
early
'90s.
2000s.
Yeah.
So basically, I would need to know that song, know when to hold them and know when to fold them, huh?
Hannah,
exactly.
Hannah. The good thing, Hannah, the good thing, the thing about my team is all my teams. As I have told you guys, I I love all my teams no matter what. Win, lose,
That's true.
does not matter. I I love my teams with a passion. I have that fiery, passionate, burning desire that I just dream that they win a championship one day in my lifetime. I have not gotten that experience yet, but I have a feeling one day we will. I have that positive attitude. This is the way we gotta think all the time.
You
I
know
don't know
what?
about that though.
It's not gonna happen.
Your wife has an awesome man. You're loyal. You're really loyal. So we gotta give you
No.
props for that. You know what I
So
mean? He's
so
going all the way fighting tooth and nail.
so let's give the people a little preview of how this show is gonna be.
Yeah.
Ivan, bring up a topic. This is off the head. We didn't practice this. We didn't script this. Off the hand, come up with a topic and let's give the people a little something. Okay, he's having
Is he there?
difficulties there. Are you there? All right. So Kevin, let's go. So let's talk about how the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys worked together this past week in the draft to screw the New York Giants, my favorite New
Oh,
York Giants team.
yeah, they really worked together to screw them up, and I was kind of shocked a little bit too, though.
Yeah.
It was it felt like they had this plan. It was like, yo, this is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna take them out.
Well, this started from last season, as you can remember.
Yes, yes, yes.
The Giants fans was hoping that the Eagles will win that game, so we'll get a higher draft pick. but the Philadelphia Eagles pulled the quarterback and say, well, they want to see how the other quarter was going to play and screw the Giants. So I'm
Exactly.
very disappointed. I think the league needs to look into this because this has been going on from since last year that the Eagles and the Cowboys been working together against the Giants, and that's unfair. I know the Jets
But
fan over there is happy about it.
of course he's going to be happy, but I think it's going to be hard to make a difference and a change because these athletes, it's like they're pawns. There's nothing really they can do or control. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's hard. I mean, Ivan, what do you think about it?
Something to say to that. Ivan face looked like he has something to respond to that, Kevin.
Yeah, I think Ivan is not here. His internet is going out.
Oh, okay.
So basically, that's what the show is going to be. It's just be fans just talking, giving their input about different topics.
I just want to let everybody know, especially, you don't have to be a full-time sports fan. You understand? You can have an opinion on anything regarding sports. It could be a player. It could be how becoming a player, becoming an athlete. How hard do it takes? What is the process? It can be a bunch of different things. You understand? It don't have to be, oh, well, this team is better than that team. It's about sports, and it could be anything about sports.
Right. Awesome. Oh, my God. Thank you guys for coming on. And what days and time would this show be airing?
Well, as of right now, the show will be airing on Tuesday. But from Tuesday 2 to 4. So we didn't get everything set up just yet, but we'll let everybody know. The flyer will go out, and everybody have a heads up.
All right. Sounds good. We're looking forward to it. Appreciate you guys for coming on. Tell Ivan, I'm so sorry I didn't get to hear his little debate on the Giants and Eagles.
Okay. That's okay. It's because he got the Knicks shirt on. That's why.
Kevin, you're a mess. Oh my God. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. And thank you so much for your Dwayne, for your little commentary in there. That was so cool. And you could do that when you're the boss. You could pop in when you feel like it. All right, guys. Thank you so much. That was really awesome, guys. Looking forward to seeing and hearing our talk show, Talking Sports, on Touch Radio Tuesdays from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That was really cool. I enjoyed that little banter amongst them. And, it's just really great when you have a good team who are willing to jump on and just push the envelope and give the fans, give the listeners unique and different perspectives of life, right? So Dwayne, if you wish and if you desire, could you please air the American Cancer Society? And I really do want to play that. So I'll give you a few moments to cue that up because I don't think I told you I wanted to do that for the break. All right. So once again, American Cancer Society, Breast Cancer Walk in October. Look out for that with Touch Radio or Touch Entertainment. Each and every one of our different companies will be involved in the Cancer Walk in October. So New York City, put your seatbelts on. Get ready for that opportunity to partake in a great charity organization that helps. I think breast cancer is one of the largest and most well-known cancer awareness initiative around the world, I believe. Between them and March of Dimes, I believe they're one of the most well-known awareness programs that we have. And then next, coming up, we have Mr. Flixter. Here comes our ad.
A long time ago, people got sick, and no one knew why. We were there. They said there were no answers. We found them. They said there was no hope. We found it. We were pioneers. Since then, our world has changed. We slowed down and our voice grew quiet, but cancer did not. People still need us, and today we choose to stand together. We are stronger because of those who came before us, and now we will forge a new path. Together, we will no longer remain quiet in the shadows. We will change. We will innovate. Together, we will save lives. We will celebrate lives. We will lead the fight for a world without cancer. Together, we are the American Cancer Society.
Awesome. Reminder everyone that today's show is sponsored by the American Cancer Society, Touch Entertainment, Touch Radio, Touch TV, and Touch Mags, as well as Happy Punch and Hannah's Streets. Today's show is sponsored by that. And everyone, you're speaking to Hannah, or you're listening to Hannah with Keeping It Fresh. And tonight we have Flixter, and he is on my most favorite, I should be saying that and getting, well, yes, my most favorite Breakfast Chronicles, man. If you want to know what you eating or what he eating, check him out on Facebook. He is so funny. Oh my God. You know, Flixter, welcome. I'm not hearing him, Dwayne. Hello? Testing, testing. You can hear me? Flixter, you can hear me? Okay. So Dwayne, I'm not hearing him. I don't know if it's me or if it's on his end. So let's work on that. So everyone, the last time Flixter was here was for Christmas. No, he came after Christmas. He came after Christmas. He did come after Christmas. He what's the word? He released a song, after Christmas. I believe he did. And he came for Christmas. So he did the Christmas parang song, and he did a Christmas song, if I'm not mistaken. And there was another particular song. So Flixter is on a roll. He is just out here doing it. You know, he's just pushing it out. He's pushing it out like a bakery. Hot buns every Friday. You know. Oh my. So are we waiting for him to come back on and so that we can share with him? But in the meantime, Dwayne he's doing producing, so I can't play Flixter's music for you to hear. So yes, I will continue talking about being able to hold on to your dreams and persevere. Right, regardless of what anyone said to you. Once you have a vision for your life, hold on to that dream, hold on to it, push through, persevere for it, you know, because it's up to you, right? It's up to you. Many times you're given a vision for you, and other people will not necessarily understand it. They won't necessarily believe in it. They may not support you in it. But do you give up on your dream? And the answer to that is no, because it is your dream. You will never feel satisfied. You would never feel fulfilled if you have a goal and a desire in life and you don't achieve it. For instance, a couple of weeks ago, I told you all my struggle with my class that I was having. And I last week I looked back at that in my mind and I was like, you know, Hannah, I am so grateful that I pushed through, called my friend, and got my class completed, and I passed the class so that I could move on with my program. Because had I not done that, I was just imagining in my head how much regret I would have been feeling and thinking that I invested so much time and years of time and effort, thousands and thousands of dollars in education, monies paying for my classes, to let one class of whoop me, just for the lack of a better word, to conquer me, to conquer my thinking to the point where I fail the class and fail the program. You know, I was like, even if I don't move on with my program, which I am, because class starts again for me on Tuesday, I would have regretted that moment because I would not have known how far further I could have gone. I would not have necessarily walked for graduation next year as I planned to do that next year. I would have probably been delayed and so many unnecessary actions would have had to happen for me to get back into school. But I'm looking at it and I'm so glad that I woke up and I unleash the power within me. I unleash the giant within me that says, Hannah, you can get this done. You just need some support. Right. And even David had support. The support that he had was his slingshot. He had the support of God on his side who could help him. So I am talking to you today about unleashing the giant that's within you. Whatever struggles you're having today, I don't know what it is, but each and every one of us have a giant within us, and we can unleash that giant. All that is needed is for you to really quiet your mind. And when I say quiet, your mind will always be thinking thoughts. Don't think that you could just stop your mind from thinking, but quiet your mind to the point where even though you have thoughts that run through your mind, you observe the thought
Ridiculous.
and don't think on that thought.
I
Quiet the
didn't
mind
change
and
anything.
observe the
Yeah.
thought so that you can begin to
Okay,
see the
cool.
true
All
you,
right. All
understand
right.
the true you, and begin
All right.
to conquer whatever fears you may have. It's not going to be easy. You have to be consistent with it. So here is Flixter. Hopefully we are better this time. Volume, yes.
Yes, you hear me, Hannah,
Oh
darling?
yes, we in business now, man. Flixter, my breakfast chronicles, brother. How are you
How
doing?
you doing? I am doing good. How about yourself?
I am doing great. How is the weather treating you in New York City?
Oh, I'm not in New York. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina.
You lying all this time I could have come by you?
All the
I don't know.
time.
Oh shoots. I had to jump on a plane. I don't know why I thought you was in New York.
Nah, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I have extra room, like you see, in one of the bedrooms in my place.
Oh,
So you
go
know,
tell your wife to come in, come in. Tell she get it ready. Get the room ready, boy. Oh,
it always stay ready.
all
It
right, I
always
safe, I
stay
safe,
ready.
I safe. And I know she like me already, yeah? So good, I in.
So yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. So thank you so much for reaching out. So I want to know, I listen, tell our listeners what's your inspiration because you just keep kicking these things out like if it's bread on it, like in a oven on Friday evening. On Friday evening, everybody going home, they want to go get their bread, they want to get their cornrows, they want to get their buns. You keep pushing these things out like if you have an oven. What is your inspiration to move to get your music out there?
Well, my inspiration is the music. When you listen to music and think this give you a certain feelings, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the music does talk to you because music, as I said yesterday, music does soothe the soul, right? And if you
Right.
notice, you could listen to a song and it could speak directly to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could be going through something and you just happen to listen, you turn on the radio and you hear a song and it actually almost speaks directly to what's going on with you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go biblical, but remember when David and Saul was going through his trial, his demons, fighting his demons. Who used to soothe his soul? David with harp singing, right?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
so music soothes the soul, so it speaks to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when
Mm-hmm.
music speaks to me, I answer.
Okay. Well, thank you for
No?
answering. But I just noticed you have a space in your teeth.
If I gain,
Oh
uh,
God. Look at me, the people with the space in their teeth. Look mine.
if I, yeah, they call me Gappy.
Oh God, I'm weak. Let me behave myself, eh? So, Flex, tell us, what did this song speak to you today? Tell me.
Well, when I wrote this song, I got the track. I found a track from a producer called Marvoni, Jamaican, nice fella, And what happened is, I heard the track and, I listened to it, and immediately it came this, the lyrics, the idea for the song was more of a, something. You go out, you have a good time, and you notice them young girl and all them, even them, they're not even that young. But when people just dance different in parties and sessions now, ain't no rubber dubbing thing unless you go on a reggae party. So, but
Right.
for the most part, they seen who could wind the most, who could do what with their waist, who could jiggle, who could twerk, who could do this and do that. So I say, something. This one is for them. Let me see all you come up and do the fire wine. Right? Yeah, so that's why I call it the fire wine. Right? So what happened is, I sit down there and I actually just the lyrics just came to me and I started recording it. And I finished the song and sent it to the producer here now. Yo, you finished that song in one night, Breads? I say, yeah, boy,
Wow.
So, and then I just work on it and thing. And like I say, I was like, you could take it both ways because the song is
Right.
about he's been waiting to link up with this girl for a while. And he want to
Mm-hmm.
give she a piece of the fire wine, but in able for him to give she the piece of fire wine, she have to be able to handle the fire wine.
Take pressure, boy. Handle the pressure. Oh
Pressure,
God.
pressure,
Oh
and
Lord have
pressure that bust,
mercy.
and
So,
pressure that bust pipe, eh?
oh God, seamless pipe too. Every kind of pipe. Me tell
Yes,
you, I had some pressure going on up here in my with attic focus for the winter storm. It bust plenty pipe.
Yeah, I heard about.
So
I heard about what was going on in Texas. So I'm glad you were safe and thing like that.
yes, yes. I'm grateful and thank God for that. So was she able to handle the fire wine, or that is the next song to find out if she can handle the fire wine? What is that?
The next song, the song that's gonna coincide with that one would be called Rated X, and then we go find out if she's able to handle the fire wine.
What, I can't wait. All right. So Dwayne, do you have this song queued up? Let's hear this fire wine song, boy. Flixter, you're fresh, You're fresh. That's why
If
you
I
must be
did,
on keeping it fresh.
What fire? Yo. Give me that fire one time. Pull up, baby. Give me that fire two times. Pull up, baby. You and me, girl, now we link,
So I want to ask you a question there. Well, what do you mean by you hope she don't put up a fight? What kind of fire wine you have, so?
Ah, I gotta keep that. I gotta keep that under wraps for now.
I'm just trying to understand. You already know it's fire wine, but you hope I don't put like that's fire coming from the depths of hell or what? What happened? You hope you
All
don't
I
put up a
all,
fight.
well, here we're going on because sometimes, like I say, sometimes you have people who could get that waste, but then sometimes you catch them and they can't handle
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Horizontal
guys.
is
So
something, vertical is one thing, horizontal is something else, boy.
all day, every day. You know what I mean? But the bottom line is that when the fire wine start happening, you're hoping she don't put up a fight because when you start to show that way, and how Trinis could wine, they're not just Trinis, but you know them, we could wine already. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah,
some days one day we are wine we waste.
oh, yeah, understand. Listen, let me tell you. I saw a video one time. I must see if I could find that video. And this was out of Africa. And I was like, these are the original whiners. These were like in a village of African women. And the way their waist was moving, I said, this whining story we have in the islands really out of Africa. And that's such an African cultural movement. It's like, wow, these were the original. It looked like the original Kitchener Winer girls. I don't know if you ever seen the Kitchener Winer girls. Them girls
Of
could have
course.
wine. I learned to wine from them. I used to watch them and practice. Oh my God. Flixter, you are really great. I love your music. So what else is on the horizon for you?
Well, right now, I have so much music, um, that I've been creating, because we were locked down for so long on from this COVID thing and so forth. So I had a lot of time on my hands to record, to
Mm-hmm,
write, to learn how to engineer, mix and master
mm-hmm.
my own stuff and so
Right.
forth. And it's an ongoing learning process, of course, because as you learn, things get updated. So,
Right.
so right now, I have another single that I'm going to be dropping in about, I would say, 6 weeks or so.
Mm-hmm.
And what I wanted to do is um, treat my listeners right here, keeping it fresh with Hannah, um, a preview of the upcoming single behind this one. And just a little background behind this song is because what happened is you have we've like I said, we've been locked down so long and artists
Mm-hmm.
haven't been able to go out and perform because that's how
Right.
we make our money, doing
Mm-hmm.
shows. You make very little money in terms of people buying your music because to download it is 99 cents, right?
Right.
From when it used to be when you were paying $3 $4 for a single or a record and thing like that, right? So times
Mm-hmm.
has changed. So what
Right.
happened is since we've been locked down for so long, a lot of everything that's been happening, keeping it live with Hannah, people doing versus battles and so forth. Everything has been done virtually, so to speak, right?
Right.
So the reason behind this song is because since we've been doing all of that, and you're listening to your music on your radio, this one is about turning up your music, turn it up,
Mm-hmm.
feeling good. If you and excuse me for all the people at the Virgin Airs, of course, whether you light whether you're smoking a spliff, whether you're taking a drink, or we're just having a good time, turn up the music and let we have a good time regardless, you know. And
Nice.
that's what this song is about. This song is just about having fun.
Right. Right. All right. So
So I
Dwayne, let's turn up the music.
Wow, yeah, yeah. Whoa, oh, yeah. Turn on your and let's have a vibe. Flixter with me telling them. Sweet reggae music I play tonight. Yeah, yeah. Tune by tune, I'm on ball out we wine. Listen when me telling you, it's a beautiful thing when jam music play, and you know that the fling and miss your rhythm there. The dance are go nice and the place are go nice when the DJ fling and miss your rhythm there. Yeah, it seems like the dance is so nice. Oh yeah, just turn up the music and vibe. Now turn on your radios tonight. Oh yeah. Turn up your drink and let's have a vibe. Next time we make telling them sweet reggae music to play it tonight. Yeah, yeah. Now turn up the music, let's hold a vibe. Now, you see me the selector play. You know this style them I go bring with some tough rhythm. I listen every night and day. We want the music in my brain because it makes me feel this way. Yeah, yeah. You see with the music I play, yeah, yeah. It does not go round my day, yeah, yeah. Now turn on your music to the sweet reggae music, yeah. Now turn up the music, let's have a vibe. Next time with me telling that sweet reggae music to play it tonight, yeah, yeah. Turn up the music, let's have a vibe. Let's have a vibe. Yeah. Because the music is insane, because I know that I can feel it. I say the vibes it is so nice because the DJ play it twice, and I just hope that you can feel it. Turn it up until you feel the vibe. One just play for drink you wine. What's the vibe? Yeah, yeah. Let me tell you my select, you got a tune that you gonna play right after. You gonna play up the slip, I burn my sense in me, yeah, I turn it up high. Now the music sounding sweet, sweet reggae music. Say I tell you why it's playing. I can keep you moving, and I know the way you be moving. Up your mind and tell me what you're drinking. Yeah, turn up the vibe. Yeah, now turn on your radios tonight. Yeah. Turn on your radio. And come on and let's have a vibe. Let's have a good time. Now turn on your music tonight. Yeah, yeah. Let's have a vibe tonight.
Nice. You know, you took me back to like old school reggae before the dance hall scene came on. It's like, that's where that music took me back.
You know, and that's good because I want when people listen to this tune, it takes them wherever. It took you back to those times and having a good time and whatsoever. Some people, you know, they may put it on and have a drink in their hand and they're doing their thing, or somebody might be burning a little thing and they might, you know how it is already. But you know, it's all about having a good time. So just turn up the music and just relax, because you know what? As they're slowly opening back this you know, these places, you know, we're gonna get to perform again. But in the meantime, turn up your radio. Have a good time.
Yeah. You brought back memories of my brothers when I was growing up, and they used to play a lot of reggae. So I grew up hearing a lot of Gregory Isaac, you know, I can't remember half of them right now. Bob Marley.
Oh, I could,
I
I
remember.
could, I
I
could.
remember. I went in school when I was in high school. Yeah, secondary school. I went in school singing a song. I wanna jam you. I wanna jam you tonight. And people are looking at me like, "What you singing?" And for me, it was like that was big thing. But for them, they were like, they never hear that song before. I was like, what? So my brothers used to play reggae all the time. I had one, he was a serious reggae lover, and I just used to love it. And that music there, you just did took me back to my family, took me back to those to that time. So thank you for that. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. Very welcome.
So I want to ask you another question. How do you? I'm sorry.
I said it's always a pleasure, speaking with you.
Yes. So how do you stay connected to your fans now that you're not really out there performing? Besides giving us good music, where can they find you? How do you stay connected with them?
Well, I stay connected, number one, through Facebook, but first and foremost, I stay connected using, not, I wouldn't say using different platforms, and so forth. But one of the platforms that I like the most, of course, is Keeping It Fresh with Hannah. I get to share, my music. I get to share it with, people that are watching all over the world on Facebook. There is, Instagram, and I'm looking at other platforms. And right now, Firewine is on all streaming platforms, and this one too will as well in a few weeks. And so forth. And plus, I'm working on the treatment for the videos for both,
Nice.
because you could hear a song, but you want to see a visual. So I'm
Hello,
working
I
on that
want to
right.
see Firewine yell. I want to see how she can handle it.
Well, we gonna see, and that will be.
Next
But
time you just always encourage me in crazy behavior. But it's all
but
good.
But what I do is, you can stay logged in. And my profile on Facebook is public, so anything I post up in terms of up and coming projects, music, and whatsoever the case may be, you will definitely find it there. And certain groups that I'm also involved in on Facebook. I also post my stuff all over the place. So, if you miss it, I don't know how. But it's all about information. So I try to get my information out there as best as I can. So, you can lock in, stay in tune with with what's going on. And as my fan base builds back as it once was, and that's because I'm about to bring out some things that's gonna put fire to the place. Real talk.
I know, I love
Uh,
it. You're doing really good
and I'm
music.
Thank you. And yesterday on one of the talk shows I was on, one of the hosts, he said, so wait, let me ask you a question. Are you the Trinidadian Beres Almond?
Oh,
And I said, well, that's a tough role to follow. We talking about Beres Almond, an icon for me. So
right.
don't tell nobody about coming fame.
This is stay in your lane, Flixter. Be Flixter. You unique, okay? You
Oh,
have
yeah, yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
different
yeah.
song.
Well, here's the
But
thing, eh? Here's the thing. It's all about singing and understand something. Barry Salmon is Barry Salmon, right? And Barry
yes.
Salmon, I love him. I love his music too bad, And I will never put myself in the same category as him. But if I could come close,
Exactly.
that's all.
Exactly.
That's all that.
And
That's
you know
all that
what?
matters. With that,
And he can never be in your category either. So if everybody operates in their space, we wouldn't have the jealousy, the envy. We wouldn't have any. Everybody be them, and be the unique gift that you have for the world. Then we wouldn't have any issues really. But people try to
right,
compete
right.
and compare and overtake.
Well, you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. But for me, it's in terms of other artists, Barris, some of the great names. One of my favorite, of course, that iconic for me is Dennis Brown, and so forth. Bob Marley, Jacob Miller, these kind of cats that I grew up listening to from small.
Right.
Of course, everybody's in their own category, as you mentioned. But I tell you what, they are to me inspirations. They
Yes, yes,
inspire.
and it,
They inspire the way I sing.
yes.
They inspire the way that I
Mm-hmm.
write. And and if I could even come close to, hey, it's fine
Right,
with me. If not, still I am still sharing music with the world, and
right,
that's going.
right.
That's pretty much where it's at.
Yeah, there is a standard for you to achieve and
Yes,
surpass.
exactly, exactly.
Wonderful.
You know,
I
you know.
get it. I totally get it. All right, my dear. So thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming on. And Dwayne, if you could hit us some of that fire wine again, that would be really good. I want to see how she handling it. I can't wait for that video, Flixter.
I
And
know,
don't,
right?
and don't give me no frail kind of frightened dance out there. No, no, I ain't want to see nothing like that. Eh? Let me see how
Not
she
at
handle the
all.
fire wine.
The game nothing but the best.
All right. I'm looking out for that.
Give me that fire 2 times. Pull up back. You and me good now. We're linking. That's my phone, baby. When you're pulling, push the door, baby. It will open up. A fire wine thing that me get till the sun come out. Me no waste time, there's no face time. Like a stand from behind, so me give you the power back. Move to the baseline, bring it up, slide that good man. You ready for the fire wine? Tonight. Hope you don't put up a fight. The fire burning hot tonight. Give it to me now. You know you're gonna get it tonight. Know you're gonna get it tonight. So glad that you came through. Now here's what we gonna do. Sip on some liquor, smoke up some herb, try to be gentle. I'll give you my word, so I come. Let me slide from behind it. Let me move the coffee table. I don't wanna break it. Telling me the girls in the world start shaking. It's a fire wine, put some fire wine there. Tonight, hope you don't put up a fight. The fire burning hot tonight. You know you're gonna get it tonight. Know you're gonna get it tonight. Baby. Pull up, baby. Baby. Tonight. Hope you don't put up a fight. The fire burning hot tonight. You know you're gonna get it tonight. Know you're gonna get it tonight. Hope you don't put up a fight. Pull up, baby.
All right, guys. That was Fire Wine by Flixter. You can find him on all media outlets, social, Facebook, Instagram. I believe his song is available on Amazon as well as iTunes. That's Fire Wine. Go out there, support him. That's really, really great music. I always enjoy chatting with Flixter. He is so inspirational, and he's a prime example of striving and persevering and pushing and using your talent to benefit yourself and others. I always talk about that, being able to be a blessing, or I talk about goodwill for yourself first and goodwill for others. Because if you can't be good to yourself, what's the point of being good to others while you're dying inside? Everybody else is benefiting from your goodness. But it's way more important to be good to yourself, right? Really good to yourself, and let others be blessed out of your goodness that you have for yourself. And this whole today's show was really great. Starting off with Dwayne and sharing his vision and how vision can start small in the natural, because he had a bigger vision in his mind, right? So, and I said that last week, that what we see in the world is not the original. The original is in our minds. And he had a big vision, and people didn't always understand what his vision was, but he still persevered. And God, universe, whomever you want, life brought people with like-mind vision to come alongside and help him. And sometimes the people, and not sometimes only, but many times the people who would help you along your way in your vision are not even your family and close friends, people that you may not even know yet, maybe co-workers that would come and align themselves with you to help you carry that vision to the next level. And sometimes people leave you in when you may say, oh my God, they never will for me if they leave. Their time with you on your journey is up. Do not begrudge people leaving your side or leaving you midway through your journey or your vision. It may be that their input in your vision has come to completion. So it's time for them to move on. And other people will come alongside you and pick up and continue with the vision. Just stay focused on your vision. Keep focused on doing what you can to move forward. All right. And then we had Ivan and Kevin. They came on and they shared their vision for a new talk show, right? Being able to just banter back and forth playfully, right? And so that other people can begin to join in that conversation and just have fun, showing you how you could banter back and forth respectfully, lovingly, and yet be productive. And then my guy Flixter, really always enjoy when he comes on, just being an inspiration and showing how to tap into your inner strength to create, right? Being an inspiration, listening to music, having a source of inspiration outside of yourself to help you draw what's already inside out. So we had a really great show today. I am excited. Next week, we are not going to be airing. Next week, we will be Mother's Day. So next week is Mother's Day. I'm not going to air to next week. Next week, I have plans. I'll be out there on some in a park somewhere, just enjoying the day. I may come on live just impromptu. I don't know, but definitely we're not airing today. I mean, on next Sunday. So the next time we'll be on will be May 16th. So guys, enjoy your week. Have a wonderful week. Stay productive. Stay focused. Dream big. Don't let anyone or anything stop your dreams. I bless you with love, which is all the good and positive feelings in life. I wish you light, which is wisdom, enlightenment, the ability to use your intellect to move your life forward in the direction that you would like, as well as goodwill, which is the power and the strength to do good for yourselves and for others. So once again, this is Hannah, keeping it fresh. We are sponsored. Today's show is sponsored by American Cancer Society, Touch Entertainment, Touch Radio, Touch TV, and Touch Mags. I wish you a wonderful evening. Have a good night. Take care. Smooches and bye.
New generation.